Alliance all the way. They're taking it home. Easy game. Also, Chuan, he's like a huge Void Spirit player as well, Chuan. He's a really big Void Spirit player, so it's going to be comfortable for him. Even if he doesn't roll his lane, he can make rotations. And when he does make rotations, these are very killable heroes. Like a Lycan on level 6, Wind Ranger, these heroes can die. So, yeah, it's not like anyone on Alliance needs to have a particularly outstanding game as well. As long as they just come out the lanes okay and then play their draft properly, they can get a lot of shit done. But yeah, I definitely agree with you that they need to put pressure on LG. It needs to be Alliance playing on the front foot. That part does worry me a little bit. Yeah, they need to get that checkbox doting, and they need to be checking those boxes fast. You know, I want to see that pen come into the paper, just tick, tick, ticks all the way down every few minutes, just getting a new objective, hitting a new timing. That's what we need to be seeing.
And luckily, they can do that, right? When you have SD playing in the offlane, in that position 4 role, he naturally will be able to make a lot of stacks. And then, of course, Charlie, as a Sven, as soon as you get to like Morbid Mask and Ultimate, you're happily going over there, really, you know, utilizing that jungle efficiency.
Ooh, disruption out on Kitrak. Kitrak being beaten up. They've got the Stormhammer to come in as well, and the right click from Ponlo gonna finish the job. First blood going the way of Alliance.
Those pesky high ground wards. Kitrak already pinged it out, so now will Ponlo deward this ward, or is Kitrak gonna get a free deward? We'll see shortly.
All this and more coming up on today's Western EU Division 2.
Is Ponlo lingering? No, okay. Ponlo was on this kind of the northern side of the twin gate in the bot lane. I was like, okay, wait a second. Is he gonna maybe try and stay around for another kill? But no, he does TP out.
Yeah, the glitch TP, which is being very popular recently.
Mid lane matchup that we're seeing here. It's the issue with these Void Spirits, Embers, and stuff. In these matchups, especially against Morphling, like Morphling has always been the hero you pick against heroes that want to make moves, because every time they move, you know Morphling's just free farming, getting free levels. It's what, like in the safe lane, you're always hoping when he's level 3, we have to punish him pre-level 3, but in the mid, it's like he's always going to get these resources. So Alliance just need to be mindful that, let's say they kill this Lycan once or twice, they still need to think about the Morphling. They still need to think about the winner. There's a lot of layers of, if you shut one down, someone else is going to step up and fill that void.
Absolutely, yeah. You need to put pressure on everyone. You can't really forget about any individual hero, but at the same time, it also means that LG are going to need a lot of space. You know, they're going to need a big map, which...
Sorry, no, man. I've not seen this pool in... like, what's Kitrak? He drags it around, loops around the entire tower, over the little steps. I mean, it's a creative way to not force it straight away into tower. It was pretty cool, because now it's perfectly in front of the... I mean, that's I've not seen someone use that far right-hand side of the map to this level, but inventive stuff, and you kind of need to have inventive ways to play the lane, especially against an Undying Sven. Undying with the decay spam, once you get the Warcry move speed to amp it up, like, it's a very obnoxious lane to play into.
The only issue I have with those bridges is that you can get 2 heroes abreast across it, which I think it would just be way funnier if you could just infinitely block people. I think if you pop yourself like right in the middle, then you can
Venom Monster would be so OP. Like, so you're doing a juke and you do one Plague Ward on the top, he walks back, your Plague Ward on the bottom, he's like, what the heck? Just like...
You used to have that. You used to have that on the stairs over in on the top side of the map back in the old days.
Oh, yeah, God. I'm really having to think back. How many years ago are you talking? Like 5+?
This was when we had like 2 stairs, which led to like a little rune spot down at the... So yeah, about
you just sound like the actual map changes now when I'm reading it. 2 additional stairs added to map, and then I have to load up the game to find the stairs.
Ponlo up the top side is going to be dropping here. See you later, Mr. Shadow Demon. No one gets himself a kill. Great start for this Wind Ranger. She's just hitting creeps, hitting heroes. Not great on CS, but that's going to help out.
It doesn't matter too much right now. Chen has picked up the Harpy creep. If you look at the minimap, he has done the double sentry D-ward on the small camp. So he is really focusing, at least Roger, on making sure he has the creeps available. The SD support hates playing into any hero that brings additional bodies to the lane, be it like a Prophet with his Treants, a Chen or an Entry with a neutral creep, because he wants to be in like right-click, disruption, and poison range. And you see already here, he's like having to play a little bit more on the fringe now. CS-wise, Alliance you expect all their cores to do well in these lanes. Like all 3 cores are big ticket farmers who don't really care too much about what they have to play into.
Even Sven?
I would argue he's always able to get CS. Like there are some scenarios like against like a Venom Monster or something, but he often should have a good lane. You know,
I
this
feel like we
cleave
should
is
recap
good.
maybe like once more for this game, and maybe once more for the next game. But this is a really important game for Alliance. If they don't win this, then it's going to be real hard for them to make any progress into Division 2. As they go for the tombstone play, but Kittrax was able to just sit there and take it on down here. And now, well, I'm wondering if Alliance are going to find themselves in an awkward situation. No TP's coming in from Old G though, so looks like they're going to be getting away with this.
Yep. CS might look quite healthy, but in reality, net worth is very even between everyone here. And they continue to go under tower here. But they're right next to the tier 2, that aura. Your 2 melee heroes, boys. You can't poke them. Sure, they got them away from a creep or 2, but they're very aggressive.
Top lane, S4, taking some heavy hits here from No One and Roger. Just trying to burn them down, just trying to trade. And doing a pretty good job of that as well.
Yeah, for me, I'm interested to see how No One plays this carry Windrunner. Just knowing there's a Morphling as well in the mid lane, rather greedy. Will No One shift his itemization build? Will he go kind of more like a semi-carry Windrunner? Like an earlier Blink Dagger potentially to be a form of initiation so that Morphling can be that pure carry? Instead, will he just go for the full right-click damage? Nothing is being shown right now in the quick buys of these players. So not really got much information to go off, but I think I'd like to see Windrunner be semi-active just to enable the rest of the lineup.
Yeah, I think that you're kind of right on the Blink Dagger. It's awkward for a carry wind, but at the same time, are you really a carry wind if you've got a Morphling in the middle lane? And a Lycan as well. Let's not forget, their offlaner's pretty greedy also. He's probably be going for, let's see, Helm of the Overlord, then probably into an AC or something like that. So, yeah, a bit of scuffling at mid, just over the 6-minute runes, but Chuan is going to be able to grab it up for himself.
And if you look at Thompson right now, he's got 2 components towards an Urn. I have actually seen some high-level mid Morphlings do Urn. Just, of course, you want to have that regen potential. I might even be as crazy as saying that if Winter wants to be the true carry, this could be a mid Morphling vessel game into then like Yasha and more aggressive stuff. I wouldn't be opposed to it because like Lycan brings aggression. Windrunner is the farm, so Thompson can be as creatively free as he wants to. It also helps that he is completely uncontested in his CS, 35 for 13. If he wanted to buy a Dagon, like Bossman could buy one. Of course, he'd be griefing the game, but I say that he just picked up a Diadem, so I'm pretty scared. Oh no!
The suspect. Oh, Thompson in the middle lane, caught out. Chuan just outplays him there. Honestly, like just was focused on the range creep and yeah, caught with his pants down. I don't know if he, I don't think he was anti-morphing, but I think he just didn't strength morph.
I mean, I got bamboozled by the fact that Morphling just bought a Diadem. Like, it doesn't really build into many Morphling items, right? It's what, Phylactery, Locket, Dagon, Helm of the Dominator, or Harpoon. So, we'll see how that one goes for Thompson, how he's going to utilize this item. Plus 6 attributes.
Huge.
God, it's like, you look at this inventory. If this was like in a pub game, you'd be spamping the shit out of your Morphling right now. But yeah, you just... No shift
It's
yet.
a replay in the mid. Yeah, he's just watching that range creep, goes for the adaptive strike, and then, yeah, not really realizing that Chuan had the cooldowns ready.
Oh, he's actually going Phylactery. Okay, Thompson is going mid-Morphling into Phylactery. Okay, interesting.
What the... That is wild. Have you seen this before?
I have never seen a mid-Morphling go Phylactery. Like I said, the Earn the Vessel route I've seen a couple times. Again, niche, but I've never seen the Phylactery. Chuan getting set up again onto the Morphling, but this time he does get the strength shift off.
Yep, Kittrack helping out from behind as well, though he could be in some trouble now. Chuan's got the double damage runes. He's going to be able to easily cut down this Skywrath mage. Kittrack sticking around a little too long. The defensive silence was great, but staying around afterwards, not so much. still. I mean, the big part of this game is just how much Charlie is getting out of this bottom lane at the moment. He is absolutely... No, sorry, the big factor of the game is the Phylactery Morphling, but the second big factor of the game is how much Sven is getting in the bottom lane.
Yeah, I think Alliance have just done a really good job of just accepting that they're going to be stable. They haven't tried to push the limits of their lanes. They've happily hit creeps, and that reduction of volatility enables their draft, right? Like, if they somehow gave a kill to a Lycan lane, now Sven's thinking, maybe I need to look backwards, but yeah, overall super chill, and yeah, Void Spirit gets the kill onto Lycan as well. So incredibly good start right now for Alliance. Everything that we've mentioned that they need to do, they've hit. Charlie, top of the net worth. Sven is a hero that thrives if he is able to maintain an item advantage, just because of the amount of damage he can do in a short amount of time. So anyway, back to this Phylactery Morphling, Nomad. It's Adaptive Strike's a relatively good... It's a good... Like, it's only a 10-second cooldown on Adaptive Strike, right? And it's every 6 seconds to use. So it's got a spammable-esque component.
Strength Morph is up. He's going to be able to survive through it, looking for the kill onto Ponlo. But with that waveform forward, I mean, they're just going to bring in the supports. But oh, gee, they've got so many heroes here. But I think they're just going to respect this and get themselves out. They cannot save Thompson. He's going to go down with that sports rotation. And the rest of OG just going to back themselves away.
Yeah, Thompson had the wand and had the Fairy Fire available. But I guess 6-second cooldown on waveform, stuck inside a root, probably going down by Alliance. Really nice rotations there. You identify the aggression, like your supports aren't ganking, but if they waste their mobility spells to go in, you TP in, you use Flesh Golem, you go for the kills. Not Flesh Golem, sorry, I meant Tombstone, but it just sounded like he used Flesh Golem. He's only level 5.
Yeah.
I heard a big zombie roar, but oh well.
Look, Hanskin's had impact like he's been using Flesh Golem this game. He's been running under towers non-stop, very, very aggressive, setting up a Sven for a dream game. But oh gee, they're collapsing down onto Charlie right now. They want to try and bring him down. Charlie turns around with the Storm Hammer and then pops a Warcry to try and get himself away, but the shackles out from no one just to make sure they can bring him down, and Seb's here too.
Yeah, nice rotation from OG. They needed to do something. A line was dictating the entire early game, it felt like, through their farming patterns, through their just natural aggression. And it's rare to see Charlie step up for that additional creep wave. He is one of the more conserved carriers where he would go, you know what, I'm gonna go to that jungle camp just to make sure. So maybe a little bit of relaxation coming in just because of how easy his lane was. And against OG's lineup, anytime you make a mistake, towers will fall. Lycan and Chen, they sync up together. It can be very obnoxious. And they keep going on top to mid. They keep throwing spells.
Dude,
but the Phylactery is online. Look at the damage it did to the Sven.
Yeah, I mean... well, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. You know, I know to trust Thompson. I've watched enough Dota in my days. You know, I remember the Diffusal Gyro.
That had some logic behind it. This one feels a little...
We're just too stupid to see it yet. I'm sure of it.
I think if he's playing with his team, it will turn him into some support assassin, right? Like the idea of getting an extra little bit of magic burst, throwing it on top of an SD. You also now aren't too great of a disruption target, because when you go for the Yashas and these traditional items, SD disrupts you, you turn it onto the rest of your team, and it's very impactful. So it could be some hybrid, I want to be active on mid lane, whilst also not giving SD the ability to use me against my own team. So I'll buy one like memey early game item. But again, there's some logic behind it. If they are to win the series, we can ask maybe into the mind of Thompson to see what it's about. But yeah, it just feels more like just an active option.
Yeah. Fair enough.
We just need to see him be active with it.
Yes, yeah, that's going to be the tricky part of this game, as Hanskin goes to the TP out, but Seb is upon him with the shapeshift, so they're going to be able to pick up this freebie. There goes the Undying. But yeah, OG got an Aegis, by the way. Also, we were kind of discussing the Phylactery. OG, despite having a 2k gold disadvantage, and that has been a common theme throughout this Western EU Div 2, and now they're moving on to S4. Silent stops, so can't do anything for the time being, but Crimson Guard keeps him alive for quite a while against no one. Wow, no one really just trying to wait for the procs here, but they do come through, and they will get the kill.
That was such an awkward kill, but such a necessary kill as well. And yeah, Alliance. They should get Roger here, yeah. Oh wait, the mech though.
Pig
SD
probably
ultimate
not going to help
used,
him out. That's so
2
awkward when
astral
you...
steps, and a demonic purge used just to use the Chen.
Yeah. From a team that's ahead and that we're wanting to be more active, that is worrying.
Yeah, we're praising Alliance a lot for their laning phase, but I think just breaking from that laning phase, OG set the narrative quite nicely, right? The smoke to kill Sven bottom, the fact they kill Underlord at the top. The theme of this is no one. He's been incredibly active in this game. We mentioned the fact that he needs to play a better game just because his other heroes aren't going to do it for him. Like, this mid Morphling isn't going to suddenly join a smoke and go, come on, boys, let's go kill them. You know, he just bought a phylactery. Like, he's still going for normal items after. We're not seeing him dive deeper down this rabbit hole of let's really get this phylactery online. But yeah, he's going for a manta, back to normal. So it does just feel like it's a casual item to get him through the 10 to 15 minute mark. So if there was a fight, he has something to use. And yeah, fair play to no one. He really has done a lot for OG in this the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, he really has as well. What is about WEU Div 2, where we've just seen tons and tons of Roshan's being taken by the team that's on the back foot?
I think naturally when you're ahead, you can get more relaxed in how you're farming. You want to do a little bit more on the map, and I think most teams have some Roshan capabilities built into them now, be it Undying Flesh Golems, Winner on Ultimate. Like, there's always something. Can go for another kill.
Stun out onto the void, but it doesn't somehow land there, and now they're looking for a bit of revenge. I mean, first off, Kidrak's going to die, and I think no one, he's going to be losing his first life here and probably the second. I mean, the only hero here to help out is Roger, and other than a couple of heals, he's not going to be able to do much to get no one out of danger. The no one turning around. Wow, this is hungry. He's looking for a kill on his way out, but he's not going to find it. No one to die, and that is going to be a statement made by Alliance here as they're able to take down some big kills in the bottom lane.
Yeah, just nice read from Alliance there. They're already smoking up into bot, whilst OG are trying to make a very greedy move as 3. Like, to optimistically go for this as 3 heroes. Sure, you have the Aegis, but you'd expect it to be a 4 or 5-man move. Seb, he's not even at his Home of the Overlord. So I feel like maybe OG jumped the gun a little bit. If they were waiting for the Home of the Overlord, made that play more decisively, sure. But yeah, Alliance capitalizing on that moment of aggression. Once again, Charlie, he need 10,000 net worth at the 16-minute mark. He is having a jolly old game. No complaints, really.
Yeah, that's insane, actually.
Just look at the efficiency of the teams as well. Like, OG, they're the ones keeping themselves in it with map movements, smoke and Windrunner. Whilst Alliance, across the board, multiple stacks up by everyone.
Yeah, this is truly impressive from Charlie, like, genuinely hitting the 10k net worth mark. Usually we're impressed to see that like around the 18, 19 minute mark. You know, anything pre 20 minutes is impressive. Hitting it now within the 16-minute window is fucking insane. It's really, really good. So I'm excited to see what Charlie's able to do with this. Of course, you know, yeah, I mean, I love a good carry player when I see it. But is he able to translate it into damage, you know? Sven, traditionally a very good gold to damage kind of hero, but there are those games where he can just get controlled up. This is one of those games which they will be able to kite him if the fight gets messy. And that's exactly what OG have been very good at doing in these last couple of series.
They don't have the best heroes this time around to do that kiting. Like, yes, when, like, technically all 3 cores have the ability, be it Shapeshift, Waveform, or Windrun. But these heroes, if ever jumped on top, they don't kite. They're normally just dead within the moment.
This could be a really big kill. They're trying to bring down no one again here. If they kill him now, his momentum is just going to be completely stopped, and Churn's going to slice him up. But on the sidelines, though, being killed off by LG. They'll get a bit of revenge. Thompson taking some damage, but strength morphing through. But Charlie unleashing onto Roger right now, and he's going to be able to take down the Chen. Meanwhile, Thompson waveform down to the low ground, gets him to safety. And under this tombstone, Alliance are completely uncontested. They make a big statement here, forcing LG out of their own jungle.
OG just can't really fight into them. Let's be honest. They don't have any tools right now. There's Crimson Guard on the Underlord, the SD with the Demonic Purge to deal with the Windrunner. Like, everything is leaning. Alliance should dictate every engagement right now. There's no, like, sync up from OG. Like, when you look at all their heroes, it's not as if there's this, okay, wait for the Blink Dagger, or I'm just saying random items, but, like, wait for this timing. It's just everyone feels to be playing for themselves, whilst Alliance, it does feel like they are doing very team-based moves and itemization. Once again, as a
Thompson
team,
has been caught here. Always able to get off the... Nope. Okay, doesn't matter. Got off the strength morph, but Literally doesn't matter. Too much damage coming out from the Sven, from the Void Spirit, and yeah, there you go. Easily done.
Disruption is
Wow, yeah.
pretty nasty. This is why he should have went down that phylactery route more. He buys that Yasha, instantly starts killing himself. With no Yasha. God. I hope people realize I'm being sarcastic here.
Don't build stats or damage. Easy.
Yeah. I think OG, the window in which they could have maybe been aggressive in this game was taking this bottom tier 1 tower, moving towards mid, progressing the map ever so slightly to then retreat back to being kind of greedier. But because they never progressed the map that cleanly with both Chen and Like in early game, you are now having this issue where Voicebringer and Sven are just super OP. Like S4 is even about to potentially overtake the Windrunner as well in regards to net worth. And that is just going to force OG to just play a wider map. They're going to have to skip out waves. I think on the 5-on-5 right now, there is not a single scenario where OG wins a perfect 5-on-5 fight just because of just the layers built into this alliance lineup. And they should be aware of that. I think it helps that OG took the first Aegis, because if right now Alliance had gone to Roshan, took Aegis, they could be knocking on tier 2s. They could be just really hammering home their advantage. So yeah, this early Roshan call, keeping OG relatively in the game right now.
Absolutely, yeah. Taking the momentum away from Alliance a bit, and I mean, it's done a bit, but at the same time, it's also not one of these Alliance drafts where they're on like a strict timer as well. Like, they don't have to be like choking old G out. Like, with the heroes they have, there is not going to be enough map for all of them to kind of, you know, start chasing a TB. There's no Giga carry in this game, so I don't know. Things looking pretty great for Alliance still, but again, there are timings for old G eventually. It's going to take a while to get there, though. The one thing they can certainly do is split the map like there's no tomorrow.
Exactly.
You got a lot of creeps.
And just keep going at it. I think as soon as you force Alliance to keep chasing, that's when you're going to feel really good. And Seb,
Ooh,
like a single tree difference,
no.
yeah. As soon as he passes that tree, they walk around. So you delete that tree, it'd be dead in 7.33E.
Well, they did spot them on the ward when they came out of the smoke, so they're going to know Alliance is in this area. There's a lot of heroes playing down here, and that is not an area they're going to be moving to.
Double wisdom.
Seb's able to snipe the wisdom. Oh, double wisdom. Right, it's over.
Does the win probability live update? Oh, look at that. Was that a 1% shift? 2% shift? Let's go.
Dude, look at that. Win rate is like perfectly following the
3%. Oh my,
graph.
it just keeps going up. Those wisdom runes. Nutty.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
4%
What is this
shift.
telling us? That XP is all that matters?
Yeah. Kinda.
Yeah.
Wait, Seb's ulting. Yeah, you killed that creep wave, Seb.
Shoo. He's like, Thompson, you're not getting any of this. This is all mine. Oh, what? Someone's like my agents? God damn it. Pop my ulti for no reason.
Is under attack.
That's for playing for T1 temporarily last year. Took me a year to get my grudge out, but it's mine.
I do not know this reference.
He stood in, didn't he? He's a stand-in player for the last TI
Oh,
qualifiers.
yeah, he was.
Yeah,
What about that?
that's right.
What a ride that was.
You could have just done like the fake chuckle and continue, and then the people who knew the reference, but
I'm
Right, test
just
me.
a genuine guy.
tell me
okay?
something that I don't understand. Go.
Did you know that you can fountain people with Muerta, Io, and Batrider?
Wait, you can.
Shit, it works.
It's so powerful.
Guess he knew. Moving on.
Oh, look at
Roshan
Alliance.
starting to be hammered by Alliance this time around, and I don't think there's going to be any response coming out from Old G. They are dentures in the glass of water on the bedside table, snoozing off at 6 p.m.
Radiant's
Alliance,
Those
the young
shapeshift.
go-getters taking down Roshan.
Yeah, I mean, nice Alliance call here to just go for that Roshan. OG just aren't really ready, right? You think about Seb still trying to go for this Nullifier. Nullifier is a weird item in this game, just because of Sven with the shard making his Warcry undispellable. It's going to be great against Crimson Guard and the smaller spells that Alliance will be using. Of course, Glimmer Capes, Force Staffs, and Ghost Scepters. But just against the Sven and the Warcry, there'll always be that buff up that Nullify can't deal with. We don't really see it too often, but it is something to keep in mind when the bigger fight breaks out. These supports will be slightly tankier than traditionally.
Dire's courier has been killed.
All right, we'll see if that comes into effect. Well, Charlie actually getting focus fired by no one straight off the bat, and he pops the BKB in response to this. Now, don't forget, he's not the one with Aegis. That honor goes to the Void Spirit. Charlie's actually jumped forward here, but the rest of the team is coming on through. They're setting up no one pretty damn perfectly here, and they are going to be able to bring down the wind. Again, no help coming in from OG. They don't really want to start a fight right now, though Charlie is literally covered in arrows at the moment after that. He'll be all right.
He'll be able to brush it off. All good. Yeah, I just feel like OG just are not wanting to play the game, but in a way that means they respect the fact that Alliance is incredibly strong right now. Yeah, and if we want to touch base with Topson real quick in this phylactery, it's probably done about 400. You know what? I'll say as far as saying 600 damage, maybe.
I think
how many times has he actually used it? It's like 150 damage, but after reductions, like,
3 times maybe. I mean, most of the fights he's been in have just been him running away. He struggles to get into the engagements, and a lot of the engagements have started with him just getting disrupted and then beaten on by several Alliance heroes. So he's had to play a very defensive game so far, but maybe man to change that somewhat. Also, the Ag's going to give him a bit of a timing to work around.
Yep.
Reduce the status resistance of the Sven. That's pretty cool.
Even, you see Seb, he tries to poke his head in the bottom, uses ultimate, realizes it's not too good, and instantly back to splitting the map. But yeah, OG, they are 100% fully dodging the side of Alliance until they have some bigger items. I'm honestly surprised that Seb even tried to go for this bottom engagement. I expected him maybe to like wrap around behind, but so far, we look at the player breakdown. No one. He has done a beautiful amount of damage. A lot of pickoffs. He killed the Underlord top. We inflated his hero damage. But yeah, now Charlie. He doesn't need to hit heroes. He is just hitting creeps and buildings.
Knock, knock. Is anyone home? And keep in mind, this is a 2k gold advantage. A 1k gold advantage for Alliance that they're doing this with. But OG, their read on the game is simply that they don't have the power to make this defense happen. But at the same time, they're actually not committing to this. Alliance are going to back themselves away and then potentially... I'm so confused about it. Okay, we'll talk about it in a minute, but meanwhile, they're moving on to Topson here, and they are going to be able to bring him down, so that's something. Now they can look to get their lanes pushed out, so what do you think about this, T? Should they have backed off there and gone for the Morphling kill?
It's a difficult one. I think some teams there would want to force some high ground. I think if you do force some high ground, then potentially, if you allow them to all farm up, suddenly both Morph and Winona are going to have the Ags. So yeah, you might get a Rax, half a Rax, but it will give OG a fighting timing, syncing up with your Aegis expiring. So I can respect them not going for that killing blow. I also think that maybe going Rax would have been fine. To be fair, I was looking at the rotation rather than the resources at the Rax, so I don't fully know if how long was God Strength available for all that type of stuff, but it's awkward.
No,
like if you go for that Rax there and you fail it, it can hurt. So.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And we've got the God Strength back up again. I mean, I would like to see Alliance commit to that one, but they're going to continue just to kind of
side with you, yeah.
Increase the chokehold on old G. Where is this Aghanims? Okay, Aghanims and Lincoln's completed on no one, so no one's potentially going to have a pretty good fight in the next engagement. The likelihood of them being able to control up and beat down on this Wind Ranger is pretty slim. Oh, Nullifier bought by Seb as well.
He's had that for some time.
Yeah,
he bought the drum
earlier,
now just after. Yeah.
Pretty
So,
good.
yeah, OG, they've hit a timing, right? You got the casual drum to amp up some damage. The Ags, both on Winona and Morphling available. Aegis is expiring. Like, this is the window. We've seen OG pretty much AFK farm for nearly 10 minutes, it feels like. This is their window to enter the game, to take it toe for toe for Alliance. If they lose this fight, the game is going to be so difficult to get back into a playable state. The smoke to no real avail. They walk into illusions and yeah, send us off S4 bottom. He has the Fiend's Gate available, but now OG, they're using this smoke and here you're going to try and get S4, catch him off guard. They scan him as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under
No, well, there's a creep wave there. He sees you.
Ooh. I mean, can no one really do this by himself? I guess the rest of the team is coming over.
Wait,
yeah,
but
probably with
they
kick
saw him
track
on the
they
creep
can.
wave.
Wait, what? He's here? Yeah, hello? All right. See ya. Nope, just kidding. Not see ya. Is this for his friends to come? I'm not sure. This is awkward. This is incredibly awkward play from everybody involved. I think we should all just kind of, yeah, move on from that one.
So S4 saw no one on the creep wave, but then, oh no, wait, he was invisible. We just didn't see it because of the. Okay, sure. He was invisible from Axe. Yep.
Yeah.
I just visually didn't see it because it didn't change.
Yeah, because on the Arcana, it doesn't look remotely different.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was like, wait, what? And of course, his Axe invisible.
It's
My
very
God.
annoying.
Okay, no, then it's not strange at all. The Arcana fully flipped my brain out of control.
Bangoed.
It really did. I'm pretty sure this should make you invisible. So why can I not see her being invisible? Pay to win.
It doesn't look any different. It's super annoying. But I mean, it doesn't make a big difference, obviously, if you're in the enemy team and you can see it.
It's pay to lose for an observer or for a caster. It baited me. God damn it.
Yeah, PJ, can we ban this Arcana, please?
Yeah,
Make our
this is
jobs a
very
little
true.
easier. We could get better, or we could just
Give him draft penalty next
complain.
game. Go on. Create the rule right now. Sorry, no one. We just created this rule mid-game due to your usage of this Aghanim and Arcana.
Well, once again, Alliance knocking on the high ground. Can OG come out to play? There's a focus fire there. They're going to press some buttons. Let's see what they can do here. OG, actually, they're taking the form away from Void Spirit as well, and with that damage, they could actually bring down S4. Wow, Alliance make no effort to save him at all there.
They're chasing him. They're going to find Hanskin as well.
Oh boy. Hanskin also going to be the +1. Man, they're
just saying, like, when you ask me about the bottom rats, this is maybe why Alliance was hesitant to do the high ground play. Their draft doesn't naturally hit buildings that well. Sure, a Sven with ultimate can, but then you're losing that initiation factor. The fact where he goes from surprise to Charlie.
They see it here. They've got the vision down. Oh no, Charlie boy, that is not how you want to be entering this fight right now.
What on earth? Kitrak, the MVP there, throws down, I believe, that is his sentry. Yeah, a rogue little sentry. And then you find the Sven. He goes fishing, and he finds him.
What are we
He's dead for a
watching?
minute. The entire jungle has come to play at Alliance's base.
Loader, I hope you've done a CPR course, because these guys need the Heimlich maneuver right now.
A matter of seconds has shifted this game.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't... that Sven is dead for 40 seconds. OG are just going to take these barracks. That is the first lane of barracks going to OG, the team which was playing so carefully through this entire game. But yeah, Alliance make one little mistake, and it is just pushed to the absolute max from OG. I mean, talk about capitalizing upon an advantage. That was it in poetic motion.
And now as the game grows longer, the ability for Sven to find kills will get slightly harder. When Lincoln's comes into play, the late game butterflies, like, all these shenanigans. Like, Sven's a hero that thrives from... Oh, look at that change!
What's that?
Like, the win probability changed, so 11 minutes. It went from 39% all
It's
the way
almost
up
like
to
they can see it on OG, because they also like taunting at the same time. But here we go, Alliance. They're looking for a fight. They know there's a TP location for their Sven here, so if they can find the turnaround, that would be huge. Killing off Seb here, pretty good. All right, that's what we like to see. Alliance back in the driving seat pretty quickly, but still, gotta say, they took a heavy hit here. They need to get a lot more than just Lycan at the moment, and yeah, hopefully Alliance having good conversations right now. You know, the communication needs to be pretty fantastic here to keep the team on the same page.
even bigger items coming into play. Lincoln's complete on Morphling, BKB complete on Windrunner. Alliance are still poking and still trying.
Chun engaging onto Roger here. S4 marching forward as well. Charlie trying to chase, looking for a target. Doesn't have the god strength anymore, and no one's actually just going to straight up pop the focus fire onto him. Man, it's crazy how no one just uses that focus fire on Sven whenever he sees him.
Windrunner is one of the better heroes at forcing these melee carries to just feel like utter shit in the fight, let's be honest. Like Bloodseeker, Sven, if you position incorrectly, Windrunner will assassinate you. And just buildings collapsing, falling everywhere. Top tier 2 to the wall for the shard on Lycan. mid-range racks to the creeps. Alliance, they're playing out for Roshan, but their base is crumbling.
They really are, but no one's jumped into the mix right now. Charlie's going to be able to catch him out. This time, the Silver Edge works in his favor as they bring down no one. I think our observer was trying to communicate with us there, but I couldn't quite figure out what it was. So
Ward
there's a
Arena.
Sentry and Wind Ranger.
Because
Wind
no one was
Run under
dewarding the
Sentry.
ward to then die. Yes.
And over here, Seb is here.
You okay,
Yeah.
Nomad?
Seb is stuck
Do we
in a
need to
well.
put you back in the
Is that it,
retirement
boy?
home or something? You need to go join Seth.
Yeah, I'll let you open up. I'm joining. Alrighty, Roshan taken by the side of Old G, and that is a great step in the right direction. Sure, there might be a racks down, but they can look to even the score right here. Yeah, wait, what the?
Oh, and now the Shadow Demon Nomad has the Aghanims.
And now
the
they're going to
shard's
take the
about-
Tormentor. Alright, you know what? Observer's casting it. I'm just going to say what he's telling us. This-
I've never seen an observer just berate Nomad so heavily. This is hype.
Shadow poisons out from Monlo with that Aghanims, which he has now got. Yep, it's very important. It's very, very
Okay,
important.
let's see where we get directed to next.
Okay.
Oh,
yep,
Nomad,
that
what
shard
just
gave
happened?
Hanskin the tombstone, which they can now jump inside. Yay.
God, who's the observer today? Need to give them a anything, something. Pete, you'll give this man a bonus.
Are you Wepass? No.
No.
Are you Patrick?
Is it Patrick?
No.
Oh,
Are you Scriff? Hello, Scriff.
Hi, Scriff. I was like, probably for the BM, it'd be like Scriff, then PTP, then Weapons. That's like my 3 order for like the BM potential in an obsing.
Yeah, true. It should have been the first guess.
Either way, Alliance, so they've taken the Aegis. It's such a critical pickup for them. I think if OG had it, then again, Alliance, they struggle so much where their damage is very explosive. Can they kill during the Demonic Purge? Can they kill during the God Strength?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
No one. Again, he just leads from the front. He just doesn't care. Like, look at his
Yeah.
team. He's got Chen like in the bot. Morph's pushing a wave, and he's just
no
off
one
by
is
himself.
Alvin if he gets jumped. Yeah, he's got a Skywrath.
That
Well
is
known for his defensive
incredible.
potential. He's a
At
chat.
some point, Alliance is going to identify, wait a second, we can maybe go for this invisible Windrunner who's just running after us relentlessly.
Holy shit. Roger. He was just walking up to the portal, and then there's like 4 heroes jump out simultaneously. He's like, oh my god.
Alright, so they need to be careful. They've used nearly half of this Aegis now to sweep back and forth across the map to only kill a Chen. It doesn't feel good, and just looking at the minimap, it's so uncomfortable. There's Lycan creeps going to one lane, Chen creeps in another lane. You got Morphling and Windrunner being super elusive. Like, this is mid. And then, oh god. Then in mid lane, there's another dragon. Like, everyone's just doing something to prevent Alliance from playing a single move, making a single move on this map, sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
what is
one
the
black
solution
dragon's
to this?
annoying, right? But 2 black dragons, that's too much. 1 from Lycan, 1 from Chen. The solution is Alliance. They need to group up with confidence, make a sweeping play together with a creep wave, get a pick off into high ground. But the fact that OG are just never in position, it's
Scanning.
finding that pick feels near impossible.
Holy crap.
Top-
Morphling with a shield rune, that is quite something. Just casual 3k shield on him, no worries. Good luck. Ever killing me. Just more full strength and pick it up, that's insane. I haven't actually seen that. Or if never noticed it is probably more accurate.
There we go. No, you can say seen it. Roger, though, he's just been seen.
He's only
And
has,
killed.
yeah, on the receiving end of this gank as well, but I mean, you know,
Twice.
for this full Aegis duration, they've just been murdering Chen over and over again.
Radiant's
Okay.
bottom tower is under
Very
attack.
important pickup that was about to occur. Lycan is about to complete his Aghanims, which is the Wolf Bite, which, don't forget, turns heroes to melee form. He has 2 ranged carries with him. So is he going to turn his Morphling or his Windrunner into melee form? You think no one's going to
My
focus fire and
question
just...
is there, yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking, does focus fire actually still work at range, or?
I would assume it's melee. because when you Lotus Orb or Focus Fire, you like a Pudge still hits like melee range, right? For example, you saw the clip the other week, but
oh, they're just blowing up No One right now. No One's gonna have to put the cheese and the BKB, but Charlie's upon him as well. So I mean, he can win run and maybe TP. All right, just gonna try and win run and not TP. Out maneuvering here, but now the Nullifier comes down onto him, and No One gets taken on down. But yeah, I would assume that Wind Ranger wants to be the Wolf Bitey. Wants to join the UU club. But will that make a big difference in the fights? I mean, yeah, crits on the auto attacks, pretty cool, I guess. Lifesteal as well, not forgetting.
Gonna help with the movement, and this game is so back and forth. Finally, we're at the 50-50. In the early game, Alliance heavily dominating. In the 20-30 minute mark, OG brought it back, and now 40. Roger dies again. So pretty much in the last, what, 5 so minutes, it's been 3 Roger kills, 1 No One kill, and a lot of creep waves murdered.
A lot of creep waves murdered, yeah, but Seb now looking to kill off first support as well. Thompson's gonna slide one over as well and pretend he helped. Now, actually getting jumped by Ponlo here. Ponlo jumps in, immediately pops the Linkins here with a Disseminator to get off the disruption and set up for this kill onto the Morphling. I mean, the Mystic Flare's coming down, not doing a whole lot, to be fair. Trying to run away, Thompson stealing the Void Spirit form, but is it going to make a difference? The Nullifier's upon him, the break is there as well. Every spell they've got being thrown at the Morphling. He's so damn tanky, but it is going to be enough. Alliance secure a big, big kill. What can they do with it is now the question.
These creep waves are just getting absolutely decimated. They only have this bot wave to play with. Void Spirit doing a very good job keeping it alive. So 3 creeps and already Seb playing from behind with the Ninja Gear and Smoke. Potentially skipping that next wave. But, I mean, Alliance, they found the pickoffs, they found the moves in Alliance, even throwing down the wards to get the pickoffs. And
oh my god, look at Seb.
He's even going to tip.
Preemptive tip.
Oh, the preemptive tip.
You gotta kill him now.
You've got to kill him now.
Oh, okay,
there it is.
They got it.
Oh, God, that could have been.
The fact that it even looked a little bit close is still like kind of, yeah, risky tip, but you know, you got to respect the play. It's always more Chad to tip beforehand.
I'm going to give Alliance a tip now. Walk down Aena's 5, protect a creep wave, and try and actually, you know, cement yourself in this game. Too much shenanigans have occurred.
Dead, and only the Sven is really approaching the high ground right now. The rest of Alliance, it's time to get those rollerblades on and skate up to a lane.
Still yet to see how the Lycan will utilize this Wolf Bite. Didn't use it in the previous fight because, of course, it was just OG getting picked off in 35 seconds when everyone is live. That's when we're going to see some moves occur. And Roger, for the 4th time in a row, gets deleted.
Jesus, I mean, to be fair, that's a pretty big deal. That's like their creep's gone, their aura's gone as well. It's kind of tough, but making this hole going to be even harder now. A little bit of damage being pumped in, but they've got the disruption. They've also got a tombstone if they want to throw that, use that one as well. In fact, it is already down on the back lines here. Thompson's going to be a little bit careful. He's backed himself away, but using that Void Spirit form, he is just pretty damn tanky. So hard for Alliance to really commit onto them, but they don't need to. They've already got the barracks. It's already a dub.
Shackle?
How can they? Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Follow-up.
Old G, not really too interested in chasing this one.
A topsy-turvy game, and OG finally, because Alliance went down the lane, they got a pick off, they found the progression, they can even out the rat score. Roshan will be respawning in a minute 50. OG haven't been able to taste that sweet Roshan nectar for the last 2 attempts. What's
What
happening
is
here?
Roshan's nectar? Is that it's blood? 'Cause that's what you do to Roshan. You kill them.
I mean, there's
Very dark.
a lot of options, yeah. He creates cheese from the Roshan milk.
Oh. No thought about that. But anyway, LG running forward here, and oh my goodness, No One is just absolutely shredded. Thompson, he is now bitten up as well, but I mean, he can't really stand a man fight this one. He's got to get himself away. Roger backing him up here. The Nullfire's out upon him, but it's going to get popped by the Lincoln, so he's going to be alright for the time being. It looks like it is just going to be a couple of... Oh, Thompson, he does get caught out by a stray remnant. He's trying to run himself away. The Wolf Bite, how much longer does it have left upon it? Well, it doesn't really matter because they've got loads of cash to stay out upon him. Going for the TP out in the tree lines. Do they have the stuns? No, they do not. Thompson does get away, but also Roger's dead again.
Tower is under attack.
0-7. It's a tough time.
yeah, playing Chen into Void Spirit and Sven, unless you like really control the game, you're just food the entire time. Yeah, Alliance 16k gold lead. Their 2 tier 4s are half HP. This doesn't really mean a lot, but maybe that could be an opportunity for OG to use in the future. Really yet to see no one kind of stand his ground and be able to fight. I think Ponlo has done a very good job just consistently being in position to demonic purge him, prevent him from having that win run in play. And I think maybe for Windrunner to play out this game, you need her to get to level 25. Get that Windrunner can't be just spelled talent. Sure, you're still going to get some like MKB Sven hitting you down, but it's at least going to give you an avenue to play the game. So if Wisdom Rooms are available, you might want to throw him the way of Windrunner.
It's definitely what we're
is
looking
now
at
back
here.
alive, yeah.
And no one's still a long way away, you know, like level 22 to level 25 is usually going to need to be kind of enhanced by a couple of fights or something like that. Hard to get that off the map by itself.
I've seen this before, Alliance. 3rd Roshan in a row that's going to be going their way. This time, Charlie, he is completely 6-slotted, about to have the Swift Blink as well. I would argue even who's going for the Axe?
Oh, still not giving it to the Sven. Okay.
They gave it to the Undying?
Huh?
Surely, like, Underlord's better than the Undying. The 40% Pit of Malice slow? Do you think the 8 strength is better than some 40% slow from the Roots?
But, you know, the 8 strength goes up the longer the fights go on. And
Sure.
yeah, just like giving another way to kind of whittle down tops, I suppose, is probably what this is about.
It is comedic that the Sven is like, I just don't care about my Sven Ags. Remember like a year or two ago, Sven Ags was like hot shit, where everyone's like thinking, oh, I don't need Blink Dagger, I'm just going Ags, but zoomies around the fight, but not anymore.
Not anymore. I mean, not much about it is super useful. Like the bonus cast range is like, yeah, that's okay.
Swift Blink removed the need for it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And if we were seeing a game where Charlie's constantly being kited and stuff, then he'd probably prioritize it. But that hasn't happened. It hasn't been one of those Sven games where he's been unable to get his damage off. Like he's been slapping folks. But I'd love to see the damage breakdown after these items. See where everyone's sitting at the moment. I feel like Charlie has been able to get off quite a lot here.
I just feel like for OG, if they want to take a fight into this 26,000 gold deficit, it needs to be no one joining the fight after. But they have a ward sentry top. They see
In they
Charlie
go, committing hard. Charlie's going to pop the BKB here and try and fight up into this, or at least get himself away from the win. But no one. He's just running him down. He's going to get the kill. Charlie is gone. Another go towards Hanskin as well. Hanskin's not getting out of this one. Down goes the zombie. And yeah, S4 just says, see you later, and goes through the portal. Oh, gee, they're not going to follow through there. They kill off the tombstone, and now they start a run up to the top side.
That would be a goat play, though. 5-man TP into the Fiend's Gate. You have no idea where you're going to be going. Oh, boys! Wild ride! But yeah, Alliance were ready to...
into the fountains, so I would have done it.
These random wards on the side of the map are so clutch. And Charlie now, a couple big picks whilst he's been so far ahead. Of course, he doesn't have Aegis because he's so farmed. Another opportunity for OG was 26,000 gold to poke at another objective. There is no way Charlie wants to buy back, but he might have to. 27 seconds for gold strength. His buyback not even be that valuable.
Yeah, S4, remember, he does have his Aegis on the Underlord, so he's not risking much by just kind of being a damage sponge here on the front lines. And with the fortification coming out as well, they're just trying to get rid of these creeps, and actually Kitrax getting killed off just by the combination of the Shadow Demon on the back lines. Dissimulate on the Morphling is doing a lot of work, I think.
Ponlo's disruptions are so strong, and unfortunately for Kitrax, so far stepped up. He had Trix's Cloak and Pavis available, but unable to use either of them, and does just go down. Alliance, though, they survive another minute. Charlie doesn't have to use buyback, and that is the key. If he panic bought back for no reason, this is where the game truly gets into its spicy state.
Yeah, we'll be seeing that win probability move much more towards OG's favor, but at the moment is still on Alliance's side, and you can kind of feel why. They have been the team in control.
Topson finally removed Phylactery from his inventory. Follow his courier. It's going to get sold. And it got sold. And at the 48-minute mark and 17 seconds, Phylactery, for you have done nearly nothing and you have now been deleted from the game.
Yeah, not Phylactery fans over here. Maybe could have been good if they found a more aggressive game, if they found some openings in the mid, but they ended up just playing the map, so
Yeah.
did look kind of
Average.
meh.
It's one of those
Yeah.
items where you'll talk to the player and they'll be like, oh, it felt great because it gave me the confidence to have the extra HP to make a move. It would be like an indirect type of thing, but no face-up value.
Look at this fall. It's just be the top. Oh my goodness, Kid Track is just gone, but the double bite coming out of the backlines. Thompson and Seb, the Wolf brothers going into the fight, looking for a target, but they need to help out. No help is coming. He's actually gone, but Charlie getting torn apart. The Wolves are upon him, and they tear him limb from limb. Oh my goodness, that was insane. Buybacks coming out from LG right now. How many more can they catch? Bonlo playing right around the trees. Meanwhile, S4, they might have just caught him out here. He does have that Aegis. Can he make it through the portal? No, he cannot. Hex is there. Life number 1 is gone. Now again, can they catch him before he leaves? I'm pretty sure they can this time around. The whole gang is here to bring down S4 for a second time. And that is 2 huge kills for the side of LG, mounting this high ground defense, and they keep their barracks alive.
Was it lagging for you as well, or just me? Like, I'm in game right now, and every time like a how is used, it is just the entire game just chokes. Oh. So yeah, we look at the breakdown. Morphling, he got wolf bit. He was running around, zoning out the SD, really ensuring that the damage was done. And
Bonlo, what are you doing?
He has TP,
son?
but
Nah, he's gonna get caught here. There's the Hex. There's the damage. There's the gem going over the way of LG as well. Ooh, they didn't spot it.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, dude, look at that. It's so well camouflaged.
It's
Sorry, there's
so
a high ground
pretty.
rush going
Yeah,
on. Who
go
cares
on.
about the flowery gem? What we care about is Chuan just getting killed. Thompson literally just killed the mid laner, but now Charlie's going to come back in and try and bring down Thompson here. Thompson, though, he's been bitten again. Can he get away? Oh my god. The Wolf gets it done. Water Wolf, it's too OP.
Again, the cool thing as well with the wolf bite, and I'm mentioning how the ranged heroes might not benefit as much, but Demonic Purge won't slow down the hero's wolf bit. In the scenarios where Morphling or Windrunner are in an aggressive position, they get wolf, they can disengage with it, still have the damage in a more aggressive position, having to be melee, but it's a small thing to consider. It might have been one of the reasonings why Seb did actually want to go for this, just for movement in the fights. Double Daedalus picked up from both Windrunner and the Morphling. Yeah, this game
issues solved.
This game's had everything. Alliance dominating the laning phase in the first moves, OG swiping away Roshans, coming back into it to then throw it away and Alliance to do it themselves. Like, this is quite the battle between the two teams, and it really feels like who makes the jump should win the fight. The times that OG have looked the best is when Charlie has been out by himself, picked off, and when your 30k carry just gets completely blown apart. Of course, fights are going to go your way, so it was very much even.
Oh my god, this talent as well from the Lycan is not okay. This 25 talent, I think this is... I mean, all the 25 talents in LG are absolutely ridiculous, but this one is absolutely egregious.
Any damage reductions in this game are gonna hit hard, and Sven, he's all about the numbers. Same thing with Underlord, so. Whew. They fight around nighttime, of course. Will be a little bit easier to utilize how, and 3 minutes until that point.
Don't forget as well, Hal has a positive uptime. It's up over 50% of the time. Kind of ridiculous. And in we go. The fight's going to start with Lincoln's being popped on low. Handskin trying to hold a front line here, actually. Alliance now recognizing that they just need to make sure that Charlie has a clean entry to the fight. He can't be the one getting engaged upon anymore, so they're happy to just dangle some supports out front instead. If we're looking at the buyback statuses, by the way, it's a very grim state of affairs for the side of Alliance.
I don't want to be that guy, all right? But remember when I questioned Undyne taking the axe? Look what IMS was actually now buying with his hard-earned cash dollar bills.
No, no, that's not what you want to see.
That is horrendous.
Yeah. Handskin. Yeah. Kid Track will die here. No one looking on to Chun here. Chun, he's taking hits. Ponlo's behind him though. Uses the disruption, but they need to stop no one, and that's the real issue here. No one's just going to be able to take him down. Dead, no buyback on the Void Spirit. S4's
Charlie
in,
has no
but
buyback
he's
as
too
well.
late to save the day. No, Charlie trying to find an entry here, but the whole of Old G just turns back around upon him. Charlie, is this how it ends for him? Is this it?
Oh.
He's just gone. He is dead. 125 seconds, no buyback. That might just be it. The Wolfpack, it's too strong. They get it done. 3 heroes dead, no buyback now. The 4-man squad from Old G, they're coming in, and the GGs are called from Alliance. The game goes to Old G. I can't believe they didn't win this game, Alliance. It looked so good. They had such a great start on their spend, but it just all drops away from them.